Yo, what's going on, gang? Listen, BO6 rode the launch. We have pretty big patch notes going on right now, and I wanted to cover this in particular, being the biggest selling point of this game thus far, movement, man. So look, Omni movement, we got to play it week 1, week 2 of beta. The whole world got to experience it. Me personally, massive fan, man. I was a massive fan. What we got to play in beta along with everybody else, in my opinion, was incredible. There were a couple hangups that, small things like when you would shift into a prone position, try to back into a corner, the guy wouldn't rotate, as to where if you were to slide into a prone position, he would take, the angle, whatever. So there were a couple little quirks here and there, but in terms of like fluidity and how fast you could actually like slide, get through, keep going, build up momentum, it was incredible. One thing I noticed though going into week 2, we already had movement nerfs. There were already movement nerfs starting to happen, which I'm not saying, don't ever nerf it, but when you're already trying to slow it down because kids are really bad or like people are really bad at this game and they are like, oh, I can't slide, I can't do all the technical stuff, so I'm not playing, like, that's honestly good. Like, keep the game competitive. So as we look into this, we didn't really cover too much what they said through movement updates, but just know that there were big nerfs from week 1 to week 2. So I want to see what they have to say going into launch, because we might get launched. It might feel way different than it did, week 1, week 2. All right, so continued improvements to animation fluidity and fidelity throughout. We identified several areas for improvement to our third-person animation fidelity across slide, dive, jump, and spin prone. I don't understand why they would focus on third-person animation. Our goal is that you see in first person. What you see in first person is representative. I don't understand why they would want to do that, man. I mean, we're not worried about that. Adjustments to slide for improved predictability and fluidity. During week 2 of beta, we increased the time before you could enter Sabine during a slide. This was one of the nerfs. You couldn't go prone from a slide as fast. In week 1, we talked about it. It was an awesome mechanic, man. My favorite drop shot mechanic I think I've ever seen. It got nerfed quick because, people do baggins. After further assessment based on your feedback, we've reduced that time to find a nice middle ground between where we were in beta week 1 and week 2. Okay, here we go, baby. So they nerfed it for week 2, but now they've reduced that nerf. So now it's a middle ground between week 1 and week 2, because week 2 is drastic. I'm glad they're doing that. Here, Treyarch is listening. Reduce the minimum time to slide after sprinting to prevent accidentally crouching when intending to slide, also known as a dead slide. Bro, the amount of dorks who cry about dead slide online just because they don't know how to pace or time their stuff because they're too busy gulping and shitting their pants during a confrontation is unreal. So I'm glad they're addressing dead slide as well, man. Slight reduction to maximum slide duration, that's fine. We don't need to slide far, gang. We're not trying to slide far. We just want to be able to keep the movement fluid and be able to move fast. Even if it's short little bursts, that's fine. And they're working to get rid of dead slides. It's huge. Intelligent movement updates. As a reminder, you can find our suite of intelligent movement settings in the movement tab under the controller or keyboard and mouse settings. These settings are broken down by sprint assist, mantle assist, or crouch assist, with the integration of letting you fine-tune your experience, with the result of requiring drastically fewer inputs with basic movement and omni movement in Black Ops 6. Simplifying that little paragraph down, you can basically make it slide for you, like when you run up to a hole in the wall, or jump over a wall for you without having to hit jump. Do any of the advanced mechanics for you so you don't have to do it, which is coming. We identified an issue in beta with the additional settings for mantle assist that allow further tuning for directional mantles. These have been resolved and should now behave as expected. It says, while we'll be sharing a more comprehensive list in our launch patch notes, we want to give you a quick taste of a few changes that are coming at launch based on community feedback. Winner Circle, shortened overall duration of Winner Circle. To reduce emote spam, players in the Winner Circle will now only be able to activate one emote. Simplify the emote menu will make it easier to activate emotes in the Winner Circle and in-game. Improvements to fidelity and lighting. By popular demand, we've added a kill counter to your HUD that will track your progress towards kills and 1 life medals, including those who are chasing the coveted nuclear medal and nuke score streak. That is gas. Like this, they're on top of it, gang. They're listening. We're reducing overall camera motion on sprint, tag, sprint, slide. Dub. Increased kills as HVT's team score to 3. Gas. Reduce HVT survival score to 20. Increase score limit to 150. HVT will no longer drop their pistol when they are eliminated. Improve notifications when player is selected as HVT. This is gas, man. This is huge stuff, man. Sleeper agent. Remove time added when earning eliminations while sleeper agent is active. Oh, so it got a big nerf. I didn't think it was that crazy because once you spotted a sleeper agent, everyone kind of see it. But again, there's going to be bots in the mix. We can't win them all. I'm fine with that. A stim shot has been changed from inventory based to cooldown based by default. Quartermaster strategist will decrease the cooldown time. Resolved an issue where combat axe would not deal lethal damage at round start. It would be Black Ops game. It wouldn't be a Black Ops game if you couldn't hit those cross maps at match start. Bro, that's all we need to know. Like, they get it. They are, look, Treyarch is for us. Like, they are for the people, brother. Yes, like, that's what we got for today, man. I'm super stoked on this. I hope you guys are too, man. If y'all have any questions, hit me down below. See if I can't cover them as quickly as I can. If you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, want to be up to date with the newest information for this game before release, which is creeping up on us super fast, man. Hit the sub, hit that like, all right? And as always, man, I'll hit you tomorrow with another Heat Seeker. Let's get a game. Enjoy.